When it comes to the most confusing, frustrating, and downright unbelievable relationships in 90 Day Fiancé, one couple stands out more than most: Nicole Azan and Azan Tafu. Their story isn't just about love. It's about denial, cultural clashes, money, and a relationship that never quite made sense, but somehow kept going. And the craziest part? Even when everything was clearly falling apart, Nicole refused to let go. So let's go all the way back to the beginning. Nicole was a young single mother from Florida, raising her daughter May. Life wasn't perfect, but she wanted more. She wanted love. She wanted stability. And most importantly, she wanted someone who made her feel special. That's when she met Azan online. At first, it seemed like a typical long-distance relationship. They texted, they called, they built an emotional connection. And very quickly, Nicole became fully invested. In her mind, this wasn't just a relationship. This was the one. She believed Azan was her future husband, her forever, and nothing anyone said could change that. Eventually, Nicole decided to take things to the next level. She booked a flight to Morocco to meet Azan in person. This was a huge moment, because long-distance relationships are one thing, but meeting in real life, that's where everything becomes real. And the moment Nicole arrived, you could already feel something was off. Nicole was excited. She ran up to Azan, hugged him, kissed him. She was all in. But Azan, his reaction was completely different. He looked uncomfortable, awkward, almost like he didn't know how to respond. And from that moment, the imbalance in their relationship was clear. Nicole was giving 100%. Azan, not even close. Then came the line that defined their entire relationship. Azan admitted that he was only attracted to Nicole, about 55%. Let that sink in. 55%. That's not just low. That's brutally honest. And honestly, for most people, that would have been the end. But Nicole, she ignored it completely. Because in her mind, love was stronger than anything else, even reality. One of the biggest challenges in their relationship was culture. Azan comes from Morocco, where social norms are very different from what Nicole was used to. Things like public affection being inappropriate, dressing modestly, respecting traditional values. These weren't small things. They were major parts of daily life. But Nicole struggled to adapt. She continued showing affection in public. She didn't fully respect the boundaries Azan tried to set, and this led to constant tension. Azan would get frustrated. Nicole would feel rejected, and instead of understanding each other, they argued. Another major issue? Azan's constant criticism. He pushed Nicole to be more active. He wanted her to go to the gym. He called her lazy. Now, encouragement is one thing, but the way Azan did it, it came off as harsh, judgmental, even disrespectful at times. Nicole didn't like it, but instead of walking away, she stayed, hoping things would change. At some point, Nicole decided to bring her daughter May into this situation. She introduced her to Azan, and May quickly became attached, calling him daddy. And that's where things became serious, because now this wasn't just about Nicole anymore. A child was emotionally involved in a very unstable relationship, and that raised even more concerns. When Nicole met Azan's family, they were polite, welcoming, respectful, but you could tell they had doubts. They saw the differences, they saw the tension, and while they didn't openly attack Nicole, there was definitely hesitation. Despite everything, the awkward chemistry, the arguments, the cultural issues, Azan proposed, and Nicole said yes. For her, this was confirmation, proof that everything was real, that all the struggles were worth it. But in reality, this was just the beginning of even more problems. The wedding was planned, everything seemed to be moving forward, and then suddenly, it was called off. Azan claimed it was due to family reasons, but it didn't fully add up. And what made it worse? This wasn't the last time. Over time, a pattern started to form. Every time Nicole and Azan planned to meet, something went wrong. Trips got canceled, plans changed, excuses came up, again and again and again. And each time, Nicole believed him. She defended him, even when it didn't make sense. One of the most controversial parts of their relationship was money. Nicole sent Azan thousands of dollars, and the biggest situation? The business plan. Azan told Nicole he wanted to open a beauty store. She gave him around $6,000 to help. But here's the problem. The store never happened. There was no real proof, no updates, nothing. And naturally, people started questioning everything. Was he using her? Was this all a scam? Nicole refused to believe it, but from the outside, it didn't look good at all. Back in America, Nicole's family was extremely concerned. They saw all the red flags. They saw the money being sent. They saw the emotional imbalance, and they tried to warn her. They tried to protect her. But Nicole didn't listen. She defended Azan every single time, no matter what. As time went on, Azan became more distant, less effort, less communication, less interest. Nicole, on the other hand, stayed fully committed, and that imbalance became impossible to ignore. At this point, the situation became very clear to everyone watching. This relationship wasn't equal, it wasn't stable, and it wasn't moving forward. But Nicole was still holding on, believing things would eventually work out, even when reality said otherwise. In the end, their relationship failed because the effort was one-sided. Trust was constantly questionable. Cultural differences weren't handled properly. Money created serious doubts, and communication was weak. But more than anything, it failed because one person was fully invested, and the other never truly was. Nicole and Azan's story is one of the most frustrating journeys in reality TV, because it feels like it should have ended so many times, but it didn't. And that's what made it so unforgettable. Not just the drama, but the denial, the hope, and the constant cycle of almost, but never quite, working out. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Which 90-day fiancé couple should I cover next? Because trust me, there's always more drama coming.